What up, YouTube? For Haley's here, and this is part 2 to toxic relationships. Toxic relationships, a lot of people stay in it because they're comfortable, it's easy for them, it's all they know. But what I've learned, the more you stay in, the more damage you are doing to yourself. So this is why you should never settle in any relationship that does not serve you, or you should never settle in toxic relationships just because you've been with someone for a long time, or just because you're used to them and the relationship may seem convenient for you. It doesn't mean that you should stay. You know, what I notice is that a lot of people, they choose history over happiness. And as time and years and moments go by, red flags turn into regret, ladies. Always remember that. If it's toxic, if it's not bringing you any type of happiness, fulfillment, if the relationship is not serving you anymore, then why stay? The person that you start out with is not the person that you end up with. You know, people love to sell you dreams. They love to tell you a lie. If you are in a relationship or marriage and it's toxic and it's negative and you know you shouldn't be there, but you still hold on to it, what ends up happening is the anger that you have for this person, the resentment that you have for this person, it starts to come out in different areas of the relationship. When we go through toxic relationships and we feel like we got played, we feel like we got cheated on, us women, some of us, we feel like we gotta be spiteful. We feel like we gotta be vindictive. We feel like we gotta seek revenge. And, you know, if it's not your character to be so petty, if it's not your character to go out of your way just to make someone feel what you feel, ladies, you are settling. The relationship is not worth it. You gotta let that person go. All that time and energy that you're wasting trying to hurt someone, trying to make someone mad, trust me, I've been there. You know, his karma, her karma will come back around. I promise you that. You gotta let God spin the block on these people. You can't go out of your way trying to hurt someone, trying to piss someone off because they made you feel so low, because you gave your heart out to someone and then they didn't deserve it. You gotta let the situation play out for what it is. Take the lesson, learn from your lesson, grow from it. You know, we can never prevent who's gonna hurt us. We can never prevent who's gonna play with our hearts. We can never prevent that. But what we could do is whoever does hurt us, whoever does cause so much pain in our life, we have the power to heal, and it's up to us to heal. It's our responsibility to heal, so that way we don't carry our baggage and our pain into the next relationship. So what I've noticed about people settling in toxic relationships is that if you know you are in the situation and you're asking people advice that you know you don't want to become, you know you don't want to live the life that they are living, you know you don't want to do the choices that they have made, don't ask those people for advice. Because what I've noticed is that the people that are in toxic relationships and they keep staying and they make excuses to stay and they accept the relationship for what it is, what I'm trying to tell you is that they normalize this. They think this is normal. They think that this is the best they can get. And that's so sad and it's so depressing to me, because, you know, when you move on from that and you start to heal, you start to go through the healing process and you start to become whole, you start to love yourself again, you start to wake up and be like, wow, all the people that I've sought help for, all the people that I've reached out to, they're all in these relationships, settling for less, accepting the bare minimum, and they think that it's okay. So, sis, if you are around people that are making poor choices, bad decisions, just like you, don't ask them for help. Be strong, be smart, and get yourself out of that and heal from that. And I know it's hard to walk away. I know it can be hard because people reflect on the good memories. People reflect on the past. People reflect on history. But sis, are you feeling good? Is your mental health okay? Is your happiness put on the back burner because you tried and you tried and you tried and the relationship is still not working? It's still not improving. You know, you've done everything that you did and can do to the point where now you feel emotionally and mentally exhausted. You feel like you exhaust all your options. And sis, you gotta let it go. Do not settle. It takes a lot of courage and strength to walk away from a relationship that does not serve you. It really does. But you know what? The pain will subside. It will, in time, it will continue to decrease. You're not gonna feel heartbroken. You're not gonna feel pain forever. Eventually, the more you keep moving on with your life and you closing that chapter for good, you're gonna feel a sense of peace. You're gonna feel a sense of happiness, a sense of joy that you're not in a relationship that does not bring you any type of fulfillment, and you know this person is not the one for you. The saddest thing about love is that sometimes you have to walk away from people that you do love just to heal yourself. There's moments in our life where we truly, genuinely love certain people, but we gotta walk away from them. Walking away is saving them too. Why a lot of relationships don't work out is because two people are not committed to the same commitments. Y'all both have to be committed to the same type of commitments, to whatever it is, to the both of y'all. If y'all both don't agree what monogamy, what commitment, what loyalty is to you, then you are settling. You are in the wrong relationship. And another thing is, you never want to stay in a relationship because you have to. You want to make sure you're in a relationship with someone because you want to be with them, not because you feel like you have to. You feel like you pressured. You feel like, well, I might as well. You're never truly going to be happy long term. One thing I noticed is that if you do have kids, if there's kids involved in any relationship or situation and the relationship is so toxic, you're giving your kids trauma that they're gonna have to heal from later on in the future. That's not something you want for your kids if there's kids involved. So sis, just don't do it for yourself. Do what you have to do for you to live the life that you want. And if you gotta let certain people go, then let them go. What's worse than staying in a relationship that does not serve you is wasting time in a relationship that you know is not gonna work. That's the worst thing ever. So if you know, because your intuition is telling you, that gift of discernment, letting you know the red flags that you did not pay attention to, that becomes regret later on. Sometimes the way you start the relationship is how you end the relationship. If it started so fast and it was toxic, it's gonna end toxic. If you see these red flags, it means stop. It means don't proceed. Do not go on further. Do not keep going and going and going. I'm telling you. It's only gonna get worse. You're gonna feel like everything becomes a regret. The thing about us women is that we fall in love with a man's potential, but we sadly ignore his reality. And that's why I wanna give y'all ladies advice. Don't ignore the red flags, sis. Just don't do it. Because you're falling in love with the idea of what you want him to be. But you end up ignoring what he's really about. Don't fall for someone's potential and ignore their reality, because that will bite you in the ass long term in the relationship. That will come back to haunt you. So don't do it. If I could give y'all ladies advice and save y'all from a whole lot of heartache and trauma, this is my advice. Don't fall for someone's potential and ignore their reality. One last thing I'm gonna say is that this is something I noticed, but when people get married and people have a baby, I've noticed that you never hear these couples saying, oh, I wish we would have done this sooner. You know, where were you this whole time? I wish we would have been got married. I wish we would have been created our family. You know, you was perfect for me the whole time. You never hear couples say that, but what you always hear, now comment below if you know I'm right, you always hear, damn, we should have taken our time. Damn, I should have waited. Why did I rush? I should have got to know this person so much better instead of rushing the relationship. Y'all always hear that, but y'all never hear the complete opposite. Y'all never hear them saying, damn, I should have rushed just so I could be with this person forever. Like, no, ladies, take your time. Do not rush. A marriage, a baby, a house, a car is not going to save the relationship. It's not going to change the relationship. It's only going to add more problems. And yeah, a baby, a house, everything is a blessing. But when you adding all of that with the wrong person, you're not going to enjoy your blessings. You're going to be sitting there in misery. A marriage don't change the relationship. The only thing that changes is your last name. That's the only thing that changed. The relationship stays the way it is. The relationship is as good as it gets. If two people are healthy and are whole, then the relationship is healthy and whole. But the relationship is as healthy as the two individuals are. That's why you're supposed to come into a relationship being whole, being healed, overcoming past trauma, baggage. Don't come into another relationship and you still haven't healed from your past. You still have anger. You still have resentment, because that's why a lot of these relationships are falling apart. It's only as healthy as the two individuals in the relationship is. Both of two people being healthy is the foundation of the relationship. So always remember that, sis. Please don't settle. If you like more videos like this, please like, comment, subscribe. If you agree with anything I say, you strongly disagree, you have any personal experience, you have any tips, advice, please write down your comments below. I'll be back for more videos.